Hi, this is Christine. Welcome to Scrappin' Rabbit. Over the course of the summer, I made a series of 11 journals, and I'll be listing these in my Etsy shop. I'm going to show you each one very quickly, but then I'll have a video for each individual journal that you can link to from my Etsy listing if you want to look at them in more detail. So I'm going to put my camera in my stand and I'll quickly show you each of these journals. So I'm going to start with this one. This has a dangling chain and this is removable. There's a little lobster claw clasp on there. And I made this with a book that I had, and I repurposed it to turn it into this little journal. And I've got a little paperclip bookmark, and there's some angel wings, or they're actually the wings of a dove, and a little charm. And here's a bunch of beads on the side. This has an elastic closure. Now, none of these journals have any stamping in them, I don't think. These are all customizable by whoever gets the journal, and a few of them have a theme to them, but most of them also are pretty generic, so you can do whatever theme you like. This one has a pretty flower on the inside cover, and it's all an assortment of papers, tea stain, doilies, scrapbook paper, and graph paper. It's a whole mix. Now these are not acid free, so if you're putting pictures in there, you want to make sure that you keep your originals. You can always scan them and print them out, but keep your originals in a safe spot. And this one has 3 signatures. And also in some of these, the tie where I attach the page inside the books are left long. You can always cut these if you want, cut the end shorter. Some people like to attach little beads or charms in their journals, so you can do that if you like. So that's the first one. Next, this one has a theme. This is a nursing theme journal, and I've made quite a few of these with antique books that I repurposed, and these were old books. They were over 100 years old, and I took the pages out and I used the covers to make the journal. And this is a removable embellishment. It's got a little clip. I've got some ribbon and beads in here, and there's a little nursing cap and a heart, a little syringe, and here's a little, again, a syringe and a little bottle. And I tea stained some cotton for the closure. Now this closure is just tied to the side. You can always remove it if you want, if you don't want it on there, and you can replace it with whatever you like. I've got a paper clip, and this has a stethoscope and a little measuring cup. So the title reads How to Become a Trained Nurse, and again I'll have a video that links to this in more detail, but I've got some tags in this one that have some more little nursing themed charms. There's the medical symbol, so I'll have a more detailed video on this one as well. Here's another one with a removable embellishment on the side. I've got some little handmade beads on there as well. and some trim. And again, this is just a little cotton ribbon closure. I've got a little bookmark with key charm. Similar papers as my other journals, and again, totally customizable, and you can use your embellishments in here. I'll do this one. Now this one is floral themed, so I have an elastic tie, and this one also, you can easily remove this if you don't want it. I covered the side with some tea-dyed cotton, and you can see I've got 5 stitch signatures in here, and I've got some ribbon trim on the outside. I have quite a few little mini envelopes in there, and there's quite a bit of room for journaling. This is a travel journal I made, and I covered it with some plastic, and I stitched around the edges so that the journal doesn't get dirty, especially if you're bringing it on your travels. And there's a little paper clip in here, paper clip bookmark with a pair of sunglasses, a ship's wheel, and the Eiffel Tower. And you can see the stitches, 5 signatures. And the way this closes is I have a bead, and you can just pull on the bead or pull the ribbon through from out of the bead, and it comes off completely. Now in here I have some travel related scrapbook papers. And I also have some plastic sleeves for tucking in some mementos. So if I want to put the tie back on, I can just slide this through, pull, This is a sewing themed journal with a removable embellishment, and I have some sewing themed charms on here. There's a little sewing machine, pair of scissors, and this is a zipper that I partially opened and I just glued to the front. You can't open it further, but it's there just as an embellishment. And I've got some trim on the covers, and this is also made from an old book. So I've got some beautiful images. This was from I think this was from a pattern book. And there's a little charm, another pair of scissors with a button. I've got some beautifully printed images in here and some sewing related scrapbook paper. And I've got some envelopes, and I put some more images from the catalog book in there. So I'll go through that one in more detail in another video. I'm not going to post all of these on my public YouTube. I'm just going to include a link to the individual listings in the description of this video, and you can have a look inside the listing and you'll see the link to the individual video. So here's another journal, and this one doesn't really have a theme to it. I've got some beads here on another removable embellishment. I went through a period when I really loved these ties. I tea-dyed a bunch of cotton, and then you just tear them to form the ribbons. Yeah, this one was flower themed. So I've got some fabric on the inside, and I have a whole bunch of beautiful flower images throughout. So this is great for a gardener. And there's my little bookmark with the key. We're running out of space here, and we're getting into the larger journals. This is from an old pillowcase, and it had this cross-stitch image of a flower on it, and I tea-dyed it so it's a little bit antiqued. And I had this purple book, and I liked how it went together. On the side I've got some textured cardstock, and I added some trim. And this is just a hairband elastic. Once your journal gets thicker, you can always put your closure on the side. Right now it's loose, but you can always tie a knot at an end if you want to have it across this way, or just have it the way I had it, going from top to bottom. It's a long journal, and there's no particular theme to this one. I've got some envelopes in there, lots of paper, and so you get lots of room for journaling. Oh, it's starting to rain again. It's very cold here today and drizzly. This is an old book as well, The Merry Adventures of Robin Hood, with the removable embellishment. And I've got some beads in here, lots of different fibers, and again I've got some fabric on the spine, and you can see the 5 signatures, or the stitching for the 5 signatures. So this is really old, but I really liked it as a journal. So these are quite large pages. And I used some upholstery fabric on the side, and this one has 3 stitch signatures, ribbon trim, and a hairband. And I've got some little envelopes in there. And I include in the listings how many pages there are in the journal. And finally, this is the last one, and this is just a little mini micro journal. I've got a little dangle on the side. And this is a little purse paperclip bookmark, and I've got a magnet in there. You can actually write a little something in here. So this is quite tiny, but there's still lots of pages for journaling. So if you have a look in the description of my videos, I'm posting all of these in my Etsy shop, and you can have a look at the individual videos and the descriptions in my Etsy shop. Have a nice day and happy crafting. Bye.